Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Direct Show. We're not talking about World Cup today. We're talking about Manchester United, breaking news, and all the Man United updates to give you guys. I know you've been wondering why have we not covered a Man United? Because we are currently enjoying the biggest sport in the world we experience every 4 years, which is the World Cup. Yes, it came in December and not in summer, but we still have to cover it because Man United players are also there and we want to see who's going to lift the World Cup. But at the same time, Man United news is boiling and we had to cover it. Right, Man United to Cadiz of Spain 4. United were thrashed yesterday after an abysmal performance. United started with the defense of the goalkeeper and goal was the Vagra. You had Brandon Williams, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, and Mengi as defense as the back line. In the middle, you had Iqbal and McTominay, and up front, you had um, um, Elanga, Van der Beek, Marshall, and Garnacho. So it wasn't a bad side. Most of the people who played, 7 of them had played in the Premier League before. But United were 2-0 down within 15 minutes, which was absolutely shocking. But United came back, Iqbal running through the Cadiz defense and being brought down. And a Panenka chip from Marshall made it with a penalty, gave United a 2-1. But in the second half, United wholesome changes were done. And MANUTD made it 2-2. At that point, United started to get some confidence and started to build momentum and trying to win this game. But unfortunately, they fell 2 goals down again, losing the game altogether 4-2. But one has to ask, when you have experienced people like Scott McTominay, Van der Beek, Lindelof, Brandon Williams, Martial, Garnacho, Elanga, you would have thought they would play better and lead the way to the youth players like the Savages and the Mengis and all that. But unfortunately, that wasn't. Eric Ten Hag was quite disappointed at that performance. But they now the next game. This is a warm-up game to keep them fresh because they didn't go to the World Cup. They just can't be sitting at home eating hamburgers and playing golf and playing video games. So they had to arrange a game for a La Liga team to play with Manchester United, and United got thrashed. It is what it is. So United next game will be Real Betis on Saturday, which will be the which will be the quarterfinal game between England and France. So I won't be paying attention. I'll follow the game, but I'll be looking forward to the England and France game and the Portugal and Morocco game, and I'll cover that for you guys on Saturday afternoon and Saturday morning US time. But United got thrashed and they move on till Saturday. But Eric Ten Hag was not quite happy, quite disappointed in his press conference. So we're going to move on from that and talk about the ownership of Man United. As you know, the Glazers, as you know, Man United is on the New York Stock Exchange. So the sale is not going to be as quick like the Chelsea sale. It's owned by the Security Commission, Security Exchange Commission of United States. So it's a publicly listed company. So United can't just make that deal. The owners have added more clauses and requirements for buyers. So it's a Cayman company, which means they also have links in Cayman Islands. We might get, as much as United fans want a buyer, we have the Jim Ratcliffes, we have the American owners, we have American corporations like Apple, and we have American consortiums lining up to buy Manchester United. We also have the Dubai crew, so it can happen and it looks like it will happen. But if you notice, that statement after the Ronaldo interview and the statement Avram Glazer made after that incident, he didn't say we'll come out because it's a publicly listed company and it's listed on the New York Stock Exchange. They have to tell the shareholders what they're doing, so they're not just going to come out and sell it like, oh well. So it's the way it's constructed and put out there in terms of the wording allows bidding, but nothing is concrete. So most fans, when I did a survey, most fans would prefer a Dubai owner, like a sheikh. Okay, so that's all we have. We have told you about the transfer news. Latest news as of today, PSG say they want to put in a bid for Rashford. That'd be interesting because he's a free agent in the summer. If United don't get him to sign a new contract, then he'll be up to PSG. But would he want to go to PSG? He's a United lad. We just never know. If you're watching our video, don't forget to smash a like and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. We're on all the social media platforms: TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and everything else, including Spotify. Also, Real Madrid are interested in Garnacho. Oh God, it's like everybody wants a United player. It is what it is. I was listening to Simon Stone on Talk Sport with Jim White, and I'm so happy the way he destroyed Jim White, because Jim White is a nice little clown. I listened to him on Talk Sport. He used to be on Sky Sports, which we used to call slow sports, because the news is always so late. And he's there running Ronaldo down, and you could just see the bias and hatred and envy and jealousy. And even Simon Stone said, not Simon Stone, Simon Jordan, who used to be the owner of Crystal Palace back in the day, and he said the journalism, you could see, why would they go and carry out a survey? Half the nation adores, half the people of Portugal adore Ronaldo. Then they said they carried out a survey, 70% of the Ronaldo should not play for the country anymore. And Jimmy White is saying, why should we not believe the survey? And Simon Jordan is like, why would you believe that? This is not journalism. This is creative journalism. Journalism just creative divide and the fracas and disorientation among fans. That's all I keep saying, people. Don't believe the hype. Public Enemy said this song back in the day. If you know Public Enemy, you know. If you don't know, it is what it is. Don't believe the hype. It's not everything you hear on social media that's right, especially when it comes from the media. The media do not like certain players. Obviously, the media do not like Ronaldo. I think there's envy. I think there's jealousy involved. I think they want him to fail. I think it's the fact that he gives them clickbaits. Anything Ronaldo, because think about it, he's played for Portugal. If he didn't play, so the fucking what? But they have to sensationalize it, serialize it, and say this and say that just to keep putting that propaganda of hate. That's why like I say, I don't believe what the media says all the time. I have to check my sources, and at some time, some of it is just absolute garbage. Anyway, we proceed. So with Rashford being attracted to PSG and Garnacho being wanted by Real Madrid, United have to sign these players into the contracts, or we're going to lose these players. Now, let's go to the players who United want to get. As you know, before we got the season started, we wanted Cody Gakpo. 35 million. PSV says 35 million. Louis van Gaal kind of blocked away. Louis van Gaal, you all know, was an ex-United manager who got fired after winning the FA Cup in 2017, and he heard about his sacking on the news. It's badly run club, mate. Badly run club. But this is what we've been dealing for the last 17 years. But Cody Gakpo is a Dutch striker. He's done well. He's scored 3 goals for the Netherlands so far, and they're in the quarterfinals. They play Argentina tomorrow, actually. So we'll be rooting for Cody Gakpo and Louis van Gaal to get to the semi-finals. But Cody Gakpo was valued at 35 million before the season started. Now, guess what PSV now want? They say they want 75 million. I mean, bloody hell, mate. Isn't that every time we have an opportunity to buy something, we don't buy it. Now, when we want to buy, the price has bloody gone up. So, I mean, it's just slow. Other than we're going to do this next one, I'm going to tell you, is even worse. Joe Felix he's playing very well for Portugal. I mean, he says, even the CEO of Atletico Madrid said he really likes Joe Felix, but he thinks this is the time to sell, and, you know, they'll agree on mutual terms. But his buyout clause is 140 million euros. Who the fuck is paying that kind of money? Definitely not this club. This club they're touching on a baby's bottom. They would never pay for that. No way. We've got the Gakpo 75 million, and Joao Felix at 140 million. That's a lot of money. We're looking at 200, and you're looking at 225 million, 215 million on 2 players. I think Cody Gakpo can be got in the January, and Joao Felix can be got in the summer. But I don't think United are going to pay 140. That is literally impossible. We can't afford that. We're not that club. We're just not that club. So those are the transfers. Cody Gakpo for 75. Should United pay 75 million? Drop your comments. Don't forget to let us know what you think. Should United still go for Gakpo at 75 million? Then Joe Felix, who United and Eric Ten Hag is interested in, 140. But I think it's negotiable. I think United put a decent offer. And these are young players who for the future, you know what I mean? But 140 kind of just leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Tell me about it. But yes, that's all the news we have today for you. We've talked about the ownership. We talked about the club. We talked about the players United wants. The players United can get. United still need a rightful back. And please, Wan-Bissaka, I think Wan-Bissaka is going to be sold in the January window. I have a feeling he's going to be gone in the January window. I have a feeling about that one. But don't quote me, but I have a feeling. I have a hunch. A few of my friends have been talking about it back in England, and I think that is where Cody got Wan-Bissaka. That's the reason why we're now looking for a right back to replace Wan-Bissaka. So be Dalot's backup because Dalot, when after the World Cup, depending on how far Portugal go, he's still going to need a break. So we're going to need another right back to play the games while Dalot gets his rest because they're gonna the players who are still in the World Cup, the Rashford, Maguire, Shaw, Dalot, Malaysia, and Bruno would need, and Martinez, and Casemiro, and Fred, and Anthony would need time out. United had the most players in the World Cup in the Premier League, 16 players, no, 14, I think it was. I think it was 14. And yes, so we will be monitoring this situation for you and keep you posted on any breaking news if Gakpo price drops or if United go for João Felix or Cody Gakpo. And we'll be watching Cody Gakpo. They're playing tomorrow, and we'll be watching João Felix play on Saturday. We wish both of the players best of luck in their journeys to the World Cup as we will be watching the greatest game in the world. Rashford to PSG, I don't see that happening, but it's so funny. Football can change anytime. From me, don't forget to enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's been nice to see you guys again from Man United perspective. We've been on the channel. Just check out videos for the World Cup. And we've been talking to fans, USA fans, British fans, and we'll be doing the same thing this weekend. So it's just for our channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. From me, it's goodbye and good night.